Welcome back to Whiskey with E. I'm Eric. Now today we do have another whiskey with the E. I think I'm just loving my bourbons lately, so there you go. You know we're having a bourbon. We have the Bakers. Alright, now, yous have probably seen me review this in the past, as it seems like I have one every year. So this is a barrel from 2007. Oh, maybe it's too bright. Here we go. 2007. It was 8 years 8 months, so that was just the recent one. We've had this one from a 2013 barrel. Now this was a 7 years 6 months. Yep. Now we have a Baker's coming out of 2014. This is a 8 years 10 months. So I picked this up from Cringilla Celebrations. I found another bottle at another location, so now I feel like, you know what, is the extra years making this Baker's more awesome than the last? Now, I've had plenty of old Baker's labels. I honestly just cracked one of these not too long ago and blended it with a Weller 12, but you know what? Enough of all that. Oh, see, look, the Weller 12. There's this much left, so you know what? We're gonna probably bottle kill that. But before we get into all that, let's uncork this. Alrighty, so Baker's. Oh, almost dropped it. It is an 8 years 10 months, as I said, 53.5%, coming in a 750ml bottle, which is nice. So 107 proof. It used to be my Weller Antique substitute for poor man Pappies with Weller 12s. But anyways, you know what? Let's get it open and I'll give you my thoughts, guys. Alright, the plastic. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think I need a knife. Maybe I should pause it. No, here we go. We got it. Here we go. Alright, there you go. Pause for the cork pop. Let's go. Alrighties. Okay, let's pour some up. Here we go. Oh, fingerprint glass. There you go. Alright. So, let's have a little read. But, before we do, let's just have a little quick sip. Oh my goodness. Very, very sweet, very honeyed sweet. We're gonna let that open up for a bit, but just testing the first fresh crack neck pour. Wasn't as hot as I thought it would be. It was actually very sweet. Oh, anyways, we're gonna read the side of this label right here. We're all over the shop, guys. Like I said, this is I'm a unedited, unscripted kind of guy, so we're just going with the flow. So it says here, I spent a good deal of my life up at the Claremont, Kentucky distillery for a time. I even lived in a house right there on the grounds. This land has been home to Jim Beam spirits for nearly 100 years. Now we make our own special small batch bourbon here, too. Carrying on the legacy of fine handmade bourbon that's been a part of this family for 7 generations, I'm proud to have my name on a piece of that legacy. A single barrel bourbon good enough to drink neat. Baker Beam. Alrighties. So, Baker Beam. Jim Beam's great grandson? Or is it grandson? Gonna have to let me know in the comments. I've forgotten now. Because there's a book of no's. See? There are that many generations, we're getting confused. But for everyone that doesn't know, Baker's is a Jim Beam product. So a part of their small batch, you got the Bookers, which to me is probably the best of the Jim Beam small batches. I mean, this is, I haven't tried any Knob Creek 18s or, you know, all that kind of other stuff. But essentially, you have a Knob Creek 9 year, that was a part of the small batch. Now you had the Basil Haydens, you had the Bookers, like I said, is the highest proof ones. you had you had Bakers. There you go. I think that's all you had. But I always love the Bakers and the Bookers. So normally if I see a different barrel, I'd like to try it. Now in this case, I seen something that was higher age, so we had to get it. And now we have to try it, so let's go. Alright, so Bakers is, I believe it's 77% corn, 13% rye, 10% malted barley, so similar to the Jim Beam. I mean, similar to the Wild Turkey, but Wild Turkey is 75% corn, 13% rye. Hold on, or is it 10% rye? Different mash bill altogether. I remember maybe it was a. Now I'm thinking like it was a lower rye content, wasn't it? Leave it in the comments if you remember the Wild Turkey mash bill. I remember it was 75 corn, maybe 12 and 10, or no, 13 and 12. Or... See, I'm all over the shop, guys. Let's get into this bourbon. Unprofessional, eh? Oh my goodness. Even though I'm unprofessional, this bourbon is professionally made. I mean, that extra age, guys, it just coming across a lot more sweet, that burnt caramel. There is a nuttiness here, but it's not overly peanut. You're getting that sweet charred oak, but it's not like a well-aged sweet, but it is sweet. It's almost like a really savory honey as well, this one. Yeah, it is very charred, kind of very smoky, kind of toasty kind of note there. Just reminds you of if you're having a cigar and you're nosing something, it already kind of smells like it without the cigar. But this is just a fresh first impressions, fresh uncorking, so it is still the neck pour, but technically this is how it is when they took it out of the barrel and they bottled it for us, so this is a good way to try it. Now, to keep a fresh sample of this, I'm thinking I'm probably going to put some in a smaller little bottle, kind of like what we did here with the Weller 12. There you go. Since it was at a real low fill line, I figure, you know what, we may as well save the whole freshness of it, you know, before it gets too opened up, possibly flat. But I think I blabbered for long enough. Let's have another sip. Cheers, everyone. Who has tried a Baker's that is 8 years, 10 months? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, it's like a roasted peanuts, kind of honeyed peanuts. It is oaky. I mean, it's a good level of oak. It's not overly oaked, because that sweet honeyed roasted peanuts is just really shining on the front. Oh my goodness. You know what? We have to go for a second sip, guys, and then maybe we'll go grab an ice cube, we'll grab some water, we'll see how it proofs down. But you know I love to drink things as it is, but for science we'll have to grab an ice cube. Let's have another sip first. How many minutes are we at? 9. Yeah. It's like that oak just comes in right at the back end. Slight white pepper kind of spice. But honestly, all the action is on the front. It's like, bam. Sweet. Salted. You know, not... it's more like a roasted, honeyed kind of peanuts. That is good. You know what? We're going to go grab an ice cube and maybe we'll grab some water and we'll see how it all is a little bit different, but I already know. But let's let's go do it for science. All right, I'll be back in a second for me. Not really that long for you guys. Let's go. And it's like I never left. But look, ice cubes in my hands. All right, we're going to add some in. Honestly, one is more than enough. But since I got two in my hands, my goodness. All right, here we go. Some with ice cubes. Boom. All right. And then I think I'll just pour some into here, and we'll just put a little drop of water in that one. But before we do, let's nose how it would nose on the rocks and compared to just neat. I don't know, you're taking away all the heft, in my opinion. Yes, it almost feels a lot more sweeter. You know, you could say it's more vanilla, more caramel. You could almost say it's like a slight chocolatey notes even coming in, but this, oh my goodness, something in my nail. There you go. There you go. Now this is just more peanutty. It's more peanut forward right now. Oh my goodness. But still oaky, but it's like that roasted peanut. It's real sweet. It's real honeyed, like a burnt caramel. It's just too proof down, I think, personally. But you know what? Let's have a taste with the ice cube. We'll compare it. Here we go. Cheers, everyone. That's refreshing, though. Honestly, you could sip that all day on a nice, hot, sunny summer's day. I think the ice cubes brought out the saltiness. It's almost like a salted caramel, salted peanuts kind of note. Honestly, this is really refreshing. The ice cube didn't dilute it that much. I mean, yes, it did, but at least it's at 107 proof, so it's holding the dilution. There's still plenty of flavor there. You know, rather than you proof down something that's 80 proof or 40%, you're gonna get something that's like 37% or less. This has probably come down to maybe 46% now. Could be more. Yeah, it's brought out the saltiness. That's sweet. There's no heat there. Obviously, it's just nice and cold and refreshing. You know what? Let's leave that up there, and we'll try and mix this with some water, but we'll have a sip first. Some water as well. All right. Man, I really do enjoy Bakers, guys. I always have a Booker's or a Baker's generally open. If not open, I'll still have a stash of it. But let's have another taste, guys. This is what I mean. Something that is higher strength and well aged. I mean, I always say my apologies. Now, the Knob Creek, that's at a 9-year-old age statement, but I feel it's lower proof, so I always tend to want to go for a Baker's or a Booker's, but I do want to try the highest age statement Knob Creeks, but we don't get too much here in Australia. But anyways, enough blabbering. Let's have a sip. Cheers, everyone. You don't really need water. Honestly, that is just so sweet. So coating. That's a good barrel. Alright. I'm just going to add a splash of water in for science. For science. That's enough. I don't want to spoil it. Honestly, with the ice cube, yes, refreshing. I mean, if you drink your bourbon with an ice cube, you're definitely going to enjoy this. If you just want to add in some splashes of water till you take away the heat, then you could do that. Or you could, you know, like, it just really depends on how you enjoy your bourbon. Don't let someone else tell you how to enjoy your bourbon. But I'm just trying to recommend the best. But I probably wouldn't go mixing this one with Coke. But if you choose to, I'm sure it'll hold the Coke very well too. And you're going to get very nice bourbon notes in with that cola. But anyways, I don't want to let that sit for too long. It's probably melting, diluting more. I was enjoying it before. But let's have a sip with the water, guys. Here we go. But before we do, yeah, it's like a nice, deep, dark, rich, like toasted kind of peanuts kind of note. It's honeyed, that caramelization of the brown sugar note. It's not like a vanilla waffles, but it's a vanilla something. What, ice cream? But less creamy. But that oak, the oak is present. I mean, 8 years, 8 months, or is it 8 years, 10 months? I think it's 8 years, 10 months, this one. Yep, 8 years, 10 months. Wow, what was the last one? There wasn't this much oak on the last one, guys. 8 years, 8 months. Honestly, like 2 months difference. 2 month difference, but honestly, makes a whole lot of difference in the world of aging and getting wood influence. Honestly, let's have a sip. Cheers, everyone. Sorry for blabbering so much. You could sip this all day, guys. It's just that salted caramel sweetness, that peppery spice, that heat. It's almost not there anymore, just from that few splashes of the water. Oh my goodness. Man, this is cheaper than the Kentucky Spirit. It's higher strength too. That being said, it's always good to taste something different, you know, from, you know, Wild Turkey, different warehouses. But if we're gonna go for the value and stuff on this episode, like, would I rather go spend another $120, something like that, on the Bakers, or would I want to go grab another Wild Turkey's Kentucky Spirit for $170 or something? I think I'd rather get this one. I think that's what my decision's gonna be. Don't get me wrong, I love Wild Turkey products, but a higher age Bakers is also another good, enjoyable experience. Oh my goodness. Cheers, everyone. Drink responsibly. Much love to you all. Who enjoys the Bakers? Who enjoys Jim Beam products, but higher age? You know what? We need to drink this before it dilutes way too much. Here we go. Cheers, everyone. Let's see how it is. See where it's slightly cloudy? So has it been chill filtered? Or that's just diluted? Hey, there you go. I mean, flavor's all still there. It's almost like it hasn't lost its flavor at all, but it's just more chilled, more cooled. Honestly, that tastes awesome. But if you're a proof hound like me, then you are most likely going to want to not, you know, have this with an ice cube. But if it's a nice, hot, sunny day, honestly, this is going down beautiful. Not saying it's a nice, hot, sunny day, but it's refreshing. So I'm imagining if it was a hot day, this would be refreshing. Right now, it's a little bit cold for my hands. We're going to tip out that ice cubes. And now we're going to finish up this Weller 12, so let's call it a bottle kill. Goodbye, Weller 12. Alright, here we go, Weller 12. Boom. Alright. Time's ticking, let's go. Ah, it's like that Buffalo Trace cherry note just popped out. It's definitely less peanutty. Definitely a lot less. Yeah, this is like more roasted peanuts, that honeyed caramel note. This is more subtle oak. It's like a nice, sweet, well-aged oak, but it's more like that cherry kind of note. Damn. Anyways, let's have a taste, guys. Weller 12 bottle kill. Goodbye, Weller 12. See, like, would I want to go spend another $200 something on a Weller 12, or would I rather get the Bakers? Maybe in this situation, it's even higher proof. Maybe I'll get the Bakers. I mean, it totally beats it in price. It beats it in proof. Let's have a taste of the Bakers. Cheers, everyone. Drink responsibly, especially if you're doing this. It's not that hard to just keep enjoying and tasting. And we haven't even started blending yet. Yeah, honestly, a whole lot more going on with this Bakers than that sip with the Weller 12. But you know what? There is a little bit left. Let's finish this off. Much love to you all. Like, comment, subscribe. Honestly, I think Bakers is just winning a lot of arguments right now. Like, would you rather go get this than a Kentucky Spirit? Probably. Would I rather go get the Bakers over a Weller 12? Yeah, it is a bit cheaper. You know, but let's... Weller 12, let's go. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying this Bakers is doing a lot right now, even though, you know what I mean? It's, yes, it's $120, but Kentucky Spirit's $170 at the moment, and it's lower proof. I mean, you can get the Russell Single Barrel for $90, like I said. So honestly, I'll be probably getting a Russell Single Barrel soon, just because. But I'm definitely gonna have to get this bottle again anyway and fork out 120. Purely because I opened this one and I wouldn't mind keeping one for the future. So, but like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you enjoy a good Baker's 7-year, but not really 7-year anymore. 8 years, 10 months. Almost 9. I know, it's too bright. Alright, at least we got some bourbon there. We're going to probably blend in with some shenanigans. You know, we're going to extract out what is in that cup with the red gum. And we'll probably top it up with some Bakers. Second fill. There you go. Alrighties, I'm going to be repeating myself, but much love to you all. You are all appreciated. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all for following my random shenanigans. You know, you're just pretty much following my journey. So, cheers to that. Wishing everyone an awesome day, awesome night. Much love to you all. Cheers, everyone. It's so sweet, but roasted peanut sweet. That Kentucky Spirit was just more subtle, more like the vanillas. This was a bit more bold. Anyways, I'm going to be repeating myself. Much love to you all. I'll catch you all next time. Later all.